Studio microphone, the dancing plague of 1518, the bizarre epidemic that shook Europe. Imagine a summer day in 1518. The sun beats down over the cobbled streets of Strasbourg, a bustling city in the Holy Roman Empire. Merchants barter, children play, church bells toll in the distance. And then, something impossible happens. A woman steps into the center of the street and starts to dance. Not to music, not in joy, she dances, wildly, uncontrollably, and alone. 1 hour passes, then 2, then 10. Soon, she's joined by dozens of others, men, women, even children, twitching, twirling, spinning, collapsing from exhaustion, only to rise again and dance even harder. They cannot stop. They do not smile. They are not celebrating. They are victims of the most mysterious epidemic in human history. The dancing plague of 1518. The madness begins. It all started in mid-July, 1518, when a woman known only as Frau Trophy stepped out of her home and began to dance in the street. Her movements were frantic, erratic, some even say violent. She danced for hours, then days. By the end of the week, over 30 people had joined her. Within a month, the number had ballooned to around 400, dancing, sweating, collapsing, dying. Yes, people died from dancing. Of heart attacks, strokes, and pure exhaustion. Witnesses said their feet were bleeding, their bodies shaking, but they couldn't stop. Why? That is the question that has haunted historians for centuries. What were they thinking? At the time, the people of Strasbourg were deeply religious, and utterly terrified. They believed the dancers were being punished by God, or cursed by a saint of madness, like St. Vitus. Others believed it was mass possession, and the dancers were under control of demonic spirits. The city leaders, priests, and doctors held an emergency meeting. And what solution did they come up with? More dancing. Yes, they believed the only way to cure the afflicted was to let them dance it out. So they built stages, hired musicians, and even opened dance halls. But the result? More deaths, more chaos, more dancing. The modern mystery. Now, fast forward to modern times. Historians and scientists have analyzed this bizarre episode for decades, trying to uncover the real cause behind the plague. Several theories have been proposed. Keycap 1 ergot poisoning. This fungus, which grows on damp rye, contains chemicals similar to LSD. Some experts believe the people may have unknowingly consumed infected bread and experienced hallucinations, convulsions, and delirium. But critics argue, ergot poisoning usually causes seizures, not rhythmic, coordinated dancing. Keycap 2 mass hysteria, psychogenic illness. Another theory is that the people of Strasbourg fell victim to mass psychogenic illness, a psychological phenomenon where a group of people begin to exhibit the same bizarre symptoms with no physical cause. This could have been triggered by stress, famine, plague, and religious fear, all of which were rampant at the time. But still, how do you explain hundreds of people dancing themselves to death? Keycap 3 cult ritual or possession. A darker theory suggests it may have been a form of cultic trance dancing, or perhaps pagan rituals blending with Christian superstitions. Or even worse, could this have been a cover-up for something else entirely? A secret practice? An experiment gone wrong? The aftermath. By September 1518, the city finally came to its senses. The dancers were removed from the streets and taken to the shrine of St. Vitus, high in the mountains. There, they were prayed over, blessed, and forced to rest. Slowly, the dancing stopped. But the trauma remained. No one could ever fully explain what happened. No arrests were made. No one was blamed. The story simply disappeared into history. Until now. Could it happen again? In today's world, we believe we've outgrown such superstitions. But mass psychogenic events still happen, even now, in the form of viral trends, emotional contagion, and online hysteria. So the real question isn't just, what happened in 1518? It's, could it happen again? Could another wave of mass behavior sweep across us, through the internet, through fear, through belief? History, after all, has a funny way of repeating itself. A dance we'll never forget. So next time you hear a strange rhythm in the air, next time the world feels overwhelming, ask yourself, are you dancing to your own tune? Or is something else pulling the strings? This was the strange, chilling story of the dancing plague of 1518. One of history's most bizarre and terrifying mysteries. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more historical oddities, forgotten events, and mind-blowing true stories from the past. Until next time, keep dancing, or maybe, don't.